Hello.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 191, the one where Streamlabs will give us a free Streamlabs t-shirt if we stream for 100 hours on Facebook.
Get out of my face.
That's what I open up Streamlabs and that's what pops up.
That's not worth this t-shirt.
Stream 100 hours on Facebook and we'll give you a free Streamlabs t-shirt. I didn't even know they had their own t-shirts.
We're Streamlabs affiliates or whatever.
Yeah.
Never heard a word from any of them. Never got the hoodie, which is the only reason I signed up. So, screw you. Anyway, hello everybody. Hello Madduck. Hello Daniel. Hello Blade Ace Gaming. Hello Taylor. Hello Animal YouTube. Hello Ben God. Hello _.
Hello anyone and everyone who is here, including Izzy Norbray has joined us in the chat, so we can make fun of him for liking portable gaming systems and having wrong opinions about
the wrong ones.
Yeah. We're kidding, Izzy. We love you.
What was he up to on Twitter this week?
Come to Long Island, you coward.
What was his nonsense going on?
I'm sure he was mad about something.
All right, listen, not a lot of big news this week.
We don't have a lot to talk about, but we're going to be talking about it for 100 hours, I feel like.
Well,
because it's all stuff we can talk about for a very long time.
There were a lot of game announcements that just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
A lot today, actually. Mm-hmm. There's the GameStop managers conference, but they never announced new stuff there.
Yeah.
But apparently they did. Okay.
All right.
I guess I left the alerts on. Oh, I could say special thanks. Oh, get the t-shirt out of my face. Now I got the t-shirt on my face on Streamlabs. Special thanks to LP Soldier over on the Twitch. Burke TV over on the Twitch. Ediaz1981. Sash O'Golwin. Aiden. Rusty Shackleford. Atif Faroki. I Require Coffee, The Bear, 339, and Wet Mouth Sounds. Thank you for all being either members on YouTube or over on Twitch using Twitch Prime.
We appreciate all of it.
Yes. But hey, before we get into all these new game announcements, there's a PlayStation Plus game.
Yes. So normally when it's the end of one month and about to become the start of the next month, we like to tell you about the free games coming to Xbox Live Games with Gold and PlayStation Plus. However, Microsoft is late this month, and by late means they'll probably announce them tomorrow when we won't have a show. But Sony announced their games today. So in the month of September, if you are subscribed to PlayStation Plus, the first Tuesday of the month, which is September 3rd, you will get Batman Arkham Knight and Darksiders 3.
I'm unprepared for this.
For the PlayStation 4.
This is for PlayStation 4. Arkham Knight. All right.
Yeah.
Now, of all of the Arkham games, this one is some button heads about this game.
Yeah, it's a very controversial game.
We have a backlog episode.
We do.
This.
And as time has moved on, I've gotten some distance from that backlog. I think I was too harsh on it.
I don't like it.
You don't like it.
No.
There's a lot that I really love about that game.
Here's the thing. The Arkham games are all great.
Yes.
They're all great games.
Yes.
Of all of them, this might be my least favorite.
I don't know. You didn't play the ones on Vita and 3DS.
No, I'm not including those. I'm including only the main ones.
Yeah.
I'm including Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Origins, and this one.
Yeah.
Arkham Knight.
I think the big problem with this game, everybody had the big problem with the Batmobile.
Yes.
There's a lot of Batmobile, and especially when it was in tank mode, it wasn't as fun as, the regular combat and stuff. That never so much bothered me. There was a lot to this game I really liked. I felt the actual fisticuffs were better than ever. The stealth mechanics were just as good as they'd always been. I thought the story was very interesting. I thought the tag team mechanic that they had, where you if you're playing as Batman with Nightwing or Robin or Catwoman, and you just hit a button and you switch to that other team menu, I thought that was brilliant. And I wish that the game used that more. The thing that pissed me off about this game was the ending. I thought it was such a downer and it didn't resolve anything. It just left more questions than answers, and it didn't leave you with a satisfying ending to the whole saga.
And the tank. And you didn't like the tank.
I got over the tank.
You got over the tank.
But I think the thing with the tank is, I don't know why they didn't set this in the beginning. You have to change the default controls, because by default, you hold down left trigger to stay in tank mode. you can change that to toggle. So all you have to do is tap it and it'll switch to tank mode.
That wasn't a problem.
That's what you got to fix.
The problem was there was too much tank.
There was an unnecessary amount of tank missions. I'll give you that. I feel like if that was in a different game, though, like if they made a reboot of like battle tanks on the N64 and that was the mechanic, it would be fine. I think because
I would not have played that game.
I think because it was in a Batman game, it didn't jive with the rest of the.
I just think that was not fun. That was unfun. Those mechanics were unfun. And if you made a whole game out of it, that would be a crappy game.
I feel like, no, if you made a whole game out of it, it would be better because you can focus solely on that. You don't have to also worry about shoehorning in a Batman game on the side.
I just don't think those parts were fun. And that's why I don't think that this game was very fun, because half of it was the freaking tank. It was an unnecessary amount of tank stuff.
But that said, regular Batmobile was fine.
They wanted to focus on the Batmobile stuff.
Yeah.
And instead, for some reason, they made it a tank.
I think because they tried to do the whole counter-based combat with a car.
Yeah.
And that's how they did it.
We needed a Burnout game.
Yes.
Is what we needed.
We got that in some parts of it. But
there was very slight parts where you're actually driving the Batmobile.
Yeah. Well, no, there's a decent amount where you're driving it and like through the town and like in racing style missions.
2 missions that I remember where you actually have to race.
A lot of the Riddler trophies require racing.
Oh, I didn't do any of the Riddler trophies.
But
all right, well, we're getting Arkham Knight, which is an okay game.
I might replay it now.
All right, then look at it at the lens of it's a garbage game.
All right.
And the other one's Darksiders 3. I've never played a Darksiders game.
This one's fairly recent. So I'm surprised that they're like just giving this out right away.
I don't think they sell that well, the Darksiders game.
But we're up to 3.
I know. Yeah, November 2018. So
yeah, it's only a year old.
Yeah, not even.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, of course, Darksiders, if you don't know, you play as the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. In game 1, you were war, obviously. Game 2, you were death. In this one, you're the female one, Fury, who is not a horseman of the apocalypse.
The hell?
What is it? It's war, death, pestilence, and famine, but they changed pestilence and famine to fury and strife.
Okay.
Like,
so in their lore, this is one of the 4 horsemen.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear good things about these games.
I hear they're not bad. They're basically Zelda, but like they rip off a whole bunch of other games.
Yeah.
It's like a hodgepodge of like different, like it's Zelda, it's Devil May Cry, it's Portal, it's all that. So.
All right. I won't be giving it a try.
Yeah.
But
I'll claim it, but I'm not going to play it.
This would be the time to play it because it's free on PlayStation Plus. If you have
but I feel like I'd have to go back and play all the other Darksiders games too.
Darksiders 1 was free.
Yeah.
That means you have it.
Probably. And the second one was probably free at 1.2.
So they're all free.
Yeah.
So the whole thing's free.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to play the first one. Didn't that get remastered?
It got Warmastered.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
And the second one didn't get a definitive edition. It got a definitive edition.
Right. All right. Well, now we can actually... So don't forget, if you have PlayStation Plus, you can download these games on the PlayStation Store website.
Yes.
And have them forever.
Also, the PlayStation app on your phone, it's fairly easy to do that.
You don't even have to actually download them. You just have to purchase them for $0.
Yeah. And again, they will be available from September 3rd to September 30th.
And this is our service to you.
Mm-hmm. And next week, we will have Xbox Live Games with Gold.
Yeah, because they're late.
Yes.
And Nintendo... Who cares about their NES games, really? All right. Now we can talk about all the other game announcements. The first one is the big one that everybody's been talking about. It's not even a real game announcement.
Do you want to do the Super Chats first? Or
Sure.
Okay. We got Matthew R. with $2. Are you getting Astral Chain? I love your channel.
Yes.
I always go back and forth on it. Like, I want to play it, but I think I might get Luigi's Mansion instead.
You like... Bayonetta, right?
Yeah, I like Bayonetta.
Luigi's Mansion isn't coming out till Halloween.
I know, but I have that twofer deal, and I'm saving one. One's Pokemon definitely, and I don't know what I want to use the other one on. I feel like I might save it for Luigi's Mansion.
People were making fun of me in my comments, saying, "What do you care about what these games cost? You get them for free anyway."
Oh,
what the hell's wrong with you people?
If only you knew.
Yeah, I'm not explaining myself. I pay for all these freaking games. All the good ones, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, I will be getting Astral. I will be purchasing Astral Chain with my own money.
Yeah.
Probably the vouchers. I have 2 vouchers.
Yeah.
Who knows how much I'll play it? I suspect I won't play it for too long.
Yeah.
Because I already got Mario Maker and what's that other game? Smash Brothers.
Yeah. I might get it when it's on sale.
Yeah.
So Target is having a sale on digital games for the Switch and the Xbox One.
They sell digital games?
Yeah, you can like buy the card and stuff. Breath of the Wild is only $48. I might actually buy it because I've never bought Breath of the Wild. Don't at me.
MX Woods with $5. Sup, my buckos. How have you been? Since we're talking about Batman games, bring Arkham Collection to the Switch so Will and Bob can stream it.
I'm really surprised that the Return to Arkham Collection, at the very least, is not on Switch.
Surprised too.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years.
Since Arkham Asylum, yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah.
That is freaking wild. Yeah, it should be on the Switch. There's no reason why it should be on the Switch.
Because like Warner Brothers brings their games to everything.
Yeah. It would make a lot of sense to have that game on the Switch. The remakes that they make or the ports to the Switch, they don't sell that much.
I don't think so.
Like I know Skyrim and like Doom, they really didn't sell that much on the Switch. But it's not a full game, you know. Like it's not like they're putting all these development man hours into it. So it's still worth
also,
it
I think they sell well enough to justify like continued development on it.
Yeah,
and didn't Wolfenstein 2? No, didn't Youngblood, like, because that was day and date with everything else. Didn't that do well?
That I didn't look at the numbers. But that probably did well. Yeah, like that's the reason for porting things over to the Switch.
Yes,
you take your old stuff, see how that works, because then you can screw that up because not many people are buying it, and then the next game you can do day and date because you know how it works. At least that's how Bethesda did it. And it probably worked out good for them. I don't know the exact numbers. But yeah, I think it would make a lot of sense to bring the Arkham games to the Switch. But you know what they might be bringing to the Switch? Well, this is really dumb and a really stupid way to announce this.
This is very bizarre, but let's talk about it.
Yes. So for some reason, we got we're getting an Overwatch case for the Switch. This is according to the Nintendo Life. An Overwatch Switch carry case exists. No prizes for guessing what comes next. Overwatch may be getting a bit long in the tooth, but it's a game that continues to draw a big audience thanks to its enjoyable online play and cast of colorful characters. The topic of Switch port has been floated several times before, but it now seems we have confirmation that it's coming from a fairly unlikely source. PowerA, maker of video game accessories, including Switch controllers, is producing an officially licensed Overwatch carry case for Nintendo's console. The case was briefly listed on Amazon before being taken down, but the internet sees everything. Here it is. This is according to Wario64 over on Twitter.
It's a very
Great
nice looking
Twitter
case.
Yeah, it's a very nice looking case. It's a friggin' Overwatch Switch case. Why?
Yes.
Wario says Overwatch theme Switch case, and then he links to the Amazon. Officially licensed by Nintendo and Blizzard Entertainment. So this is a collaboration between Nintendo, Blizzard, and PowerA. It's just a case. It's a very slim, form-fitting case. I don't like when they have the stuff for the games, the slots for the games.
Oh, when it's like just like a flap.
It's like a flap. Yeah. I don't like that because A, I don't have any physical games.
Right.
And B, it's just a waste of space. Is this one? Oh, no, this tweet doesn't have it. But I think the next tweet, there it is. Look at that. It's got Joy-Con little zippers.
That's cute.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're this can only mean one thing.
Overwatch is coming to the Switch.
Yes. Which I thought makes the most sense. I think they should have done this a long time ago because it's a PC game. It could run on really low spec computers.
Yeah, you can scale that down.
Yeah, so there's absolutely no reason why not to have it on the Switch.
They said Overwatch is getting long in the tooth. Overwatch is almost a year older than the Switch.
That's it?
Yeah. The initial release date for Overwatch is May 24th, 2016.
It's still incredibly popular.
Oh, yeah.
Like esports and
it's updated regularly.
Yeah, watching streams of it and I mean just playing it. I follow a lot of people who still play that.
Yeah.
So in November of last year, Jeff Kaplan, the game director behind Overwatch, said our philosophy has always been we want as many players playing Overwatch as possible, and we want to reach as many possible Overwatch players as are out there. We will always explore a platform if we think we could make it viable, both the technology and the business relationship. We would love to do it. We don't have anything to announce or any plans with Nintendo Switch at this time, but it's something we're very open-minded about. So at least then they were doing something with it. They were trying it out, seeing what they could do.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest hurdles that they would have to get over is the online.
Yes.
Because it's an online game. It's an online-only game. And that might have turned Nintendo off on an Overwatch port. Because when the Switch first came out, they were kind of weird about online-only games.
Yeah.
They thought this is a portable console. What happens when you don't have internet?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, then they just can't play it. Put every game on the Switch. And if I can't play it when I'm outside of my house, then I can't play it.
But now you got games like Rocket League and Fortnite and Mortal Kombat 11
Smite,
that are always online.
Basically every other freaking major online game.
So, they proved that, not only does it work, but there is a market for it. So putting Overwatch on the Switch now, it doesn't seem as crazy as it did maybe like 4 years ago.
No. Overwatch is one of the best competitive first-person shooters. It is one of the most well-balanced games I've ever seen, considering all the characters are so wildly different. I only played it for a little bit when it came out. Like maybe for a couple months, and then I played it when the first DLC character dropped. But it's amazing. I love Overwatch. Overwatch is awesome, and I will definitely play a lot more of it if it comes to the Switch. That'd be awesome. Think about being able to do a quick LAN with your buddies. Yeah. Especially when the Switch Lite comes out.
Yeah, I mean, everybody I know, except for 2 people, own a Switch. So throwing Overwatch on here would just be another great game
and
for
a lot
us.
of your friends play Overwatch too, right?
A couple of them do. Not all of them. Yeah.
But do those people have Switches?
Yes.
It'd be also great if there was crossplay or whatever, but I don't really have anything to carry over. I'm not a competitive player. I've never got into what's it called, ranked.
Yeah.
So I don't really care what I bring over. I don't have any skins that I need.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter to me.
It would if this does come, this would be the second Blizzard game on the Switch behind Diablo 3. So there is precedent for Blizzard bringing their older games to Switch.
Diablo did very well.
Yes.
So that might have been their game where they tried that out first and then see how Overwatch feels.
Yes.
And yes, this will definitely get more people into Overwatch.
Yes.
This is an untapped audience for Blizzard. And they already have an insane amount of people who are into Overwatch. So this will just help boost it. This will help just launch it even more.
Now, I wonder if this is all part of the new Activision Blizzard, where Activision is taking more of the reins of what Blizzard does. Because remember back like when Activision Blizzard fired all those people, there was talk about how like Blizzard needs to be more like Activision. They need to focus on like three franchises and just re-release those all the damn time. So I wonder if this is all part of that strategy where now like they're gonna push Overwatch, and part of that push is going to be putting it on the Switch.
If we get Overwatch 2 next year, then yes.
Okay.
Overwatch coming to the Switch, I don't think is Activision's fault.
Right.
I think if we get like an Overwatch 2 or some weird loot box situations, then that's Activision's fault. Freaking Call of Duty still ain't on the Switch,
which is still weird.
Activision isn't doing smart Switch stuff.
They're not. They only have they have Skylanders, they have the Spyro collection, they've
been holding off on that Spyro collection for a long time.
Yeah, I don't even think it's out yet on Switch.
Yeah, but it's out on everything else.
Yeah.
Activision doesn't
September 3rd as it comes out on Switch.
Activision does not have a good grasp on the Switch.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Which you would think.
So that's why this Overwatch situation is Blizzard and not Activision,
right.
At least in my mind.
Yeah.
I heard the Call of Duty beta or alpha that happened was great, and I'm upset that I missed it.
Yeah. And that one actually interests me.
Yeah. I'm hoping that this lays the groundwork for Apex Legends.
Yeah.
I want Apex Legends on the Switch. I mean, I'll take Overwatch.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But I also want Apex
Legends.
But
Apex Legends is an EA game, and as you know, EA doesn't put games on the Switch because those people will just play on everything else.
EA also hates the Switch, probably more than any other publisher. EA and Activision, two biggest publishers, garbage for the Switch.
Oh, yeah. Shockingly. At least Activision is quiet about it. They didn't say anything stupid like EA did.
Activision launched with Skylanders, though.
Yeah.
They put Skylanders on the Switch at launch.
Well, that's when they were putting Skylanders on literally everything.
Yeah. So they at least tried.
Yeah.
But they haven't been good recently.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm excited for some Overwatch on the Switch. Again, It's not confirmed yet, but I'm assuming in the next Nintendo Direct, whenever that is, people are saying sometime in early September, I mean.
Yeah.
We'll probably hear about Overwatch, and it'll be great. And hopefully it's a day and date launch. Hopefully it's like, hey, guess what? We're getting Overwatch, and it's there now.
Yeah.
Go check it
out.
But
Overwatch isn't free to play still.
No.
I feel like they wouldn't do that if it's not a free to play game.
They should make it free to play that day.
Absolutely.
Say it's on the Switch, it's free to play, have fun.
But the thing is, again, it's an Activision game.
Yes. Activision needs to make the Battle Royale in Call of Duty free to play.
Yes.
And put it on everything. But they're not smart.
No.
So screw them. AJ says EA's still mad Nintendo didn't want Origin on the Wii U. Origin? They wanted Origin on the Wii U?
Is that true?
That would have been awful.
That would have been awful.
Izzy says, man, online Gears 2 on the Switch, goddamn. Where are you getting that? Where are you pulling that from? Where are we now in this? Oh, good.
Yes.
Kiriako says, Will,
yes.
How do you feel about the Lion King and Aladdin remakes coming?
Well, funny you should say that, because our next story is Disney Classic Games Collection brings Aladdin and the Lion King to consoles and PC this fall. And yes, it includes the good version of Aladdin.
That's a spicy take, Will. Izzy, what do you have to say about that, Izzy?
It's not a spicy take. It's 100% factual.
So this is crazy.
All right, so too long didn't read. Disney announced that they are bringing Aladdin and the Lion King, the 16-bit versions of those games, to modern consoles. It'll be on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. It's the Disney Classic Games Aladdin and Lion King collection. But here's the thing, because it's not just the Genesis version of Aladdin and the Genesis version of a Lion King, upscale graphics to support high definition displays and additional graphical upgrades to enhance playability. For example, like scan lines, smoothing options, things like that. There are also several different versions of these games. So you get the Sega Genesis, Game Boy, and Super Game Boy versions of Aladdin, as well as the Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Boy, and Super Game Boy versions of The Lion King.
So that's what's weird, is that you don't get the Super Nintendo version of Aladdin.
Here's why. Here's my theory.
All right, you tell me yours, and then I'll tell you mine, because I just came up with the theory as you were talking.
Okay, so the Super Nintendo version of Aladdin was made by Capcom.
Correct.
The Genesis version of Aladdin, in addition to the Lion King games on all platforms, were made by Virgin Interactive. So this is the Virgin Interactive Disney collection.
Oh, that makes the most sense.
What was your theory?
My theory is that we're getting SNES games on the Switch.
Oh.
And they're just going to put the Super Nintendo version on that.
They could do that too.
It's probably both.
It could very well be both.
There's going to be some weird licensing issues if they want to put Aladdin for free on Switch Online.
Yeah.
But that makes the most sense that it was made by a different developer.
Yeah.
But it could be both.
It could be.
It could be that it was made by a different developer and Capcom's gonna throw it into the Switch Online.
But I think it's really cool that not only are we getting the console versions, we're getting the Game Boy versions, because you never think you're going to see the Game Boy version again. Those are always the lesser versions. What I find weird, though, is that they're giving you both the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis version of The Lion King, even though I don't know if there's anything substantially different between the two versions.
It's going to be subtle differences. Like, for example, the menu is clearly different.
Yeah.
But if you were a kid growing up with the Super Nintendo version and then you buy this and you're playing the Genesis version, things will be weird.
Wrong. Yeah.
Things will be a little different. So it makes sense to include both versions.
It's also going to include, like, you can listen to the soundtrack.
Yes.
To each games, like all the different versions of the games. It'll have a rewind feature, which a lot of classic platformers are now getting. It'll have also you have it on screen, a watch mode where the game just plays itself and you can hop in at any time to take over.
Yeah, so if the game's too hard, you just throw it into, like, if you can't beat a certain part, you just throw it into watch mode, watch the AI beat it,
Yeah.
and then you just jump back in afterwards,
Yeah.
which is for pusses.
Yeah.
But go nuts.
Rewind feature is one thing. Play it on your own.
I already think the rewind feature is too much.
Yeah.
But this is the coolest part.
Yeah, the trade show demo.
That's amazing.
The 1993 trade show demo, I guess when they were like taking it to different trade shows to showcase what the game is, that demo was thought to be lost to time, and now here it is in this collection for you to play.
I would love to see that in a lot more collections.
Yeah.
Well, that's why this is so cool, is because like everybody wanted a virtual console.
Yeah.
So we can get these games piecemeal. But Nintendo's doing their own thing and like leaking games out here or there and putting it onto their subscription service, and people hate that, and some people think it's all right. I think it's all right.
Yeah.
But as a side effect of that, we're getting things like this, where it's like this like special edition vaulted collection of these ROMs that then include weird stuff like the trade show demo.
Not only that, I mean, it's not in the video, the trailer, but you're also getting the final cut of Aladdin. So apparently the Genesis version of Aladdin was completed like in a very short amount of time. And there were a lot of things like either left on the cutting room floor or certain like technical glitches and stuff that they weren't able to iron out of the final product. So there's going to be, I think it's a separate mode called Final Cut, where it's the final version of the game as it was intended to be. So anything that got cut gets put back in, any like technical issues get ironed out, and like things like that. So that'll be interesting to see.
There's also, they say visual enhancements. I don't see.
That's just basically like, you know, all the regular crap that they put into retro games, like scan lines, smoothing options, things like that.
I was a little worried because I thought they were calling it a remaster.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider this a remaster at all. This is just the ROM to me.
Kinda.
Like those visual enhancements are not visual enhancements.
What do you consider the Mega Man Legacy Collection? Those aren't remasters. Those are just...
No, it's just a collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
so that's basically what this is. Yeah.
Yeah, but when they call it a remaster, I'm thinking like,
well, again, remember,
like Spyro and Crash.
Well, remember, like those games were made for like, you know, 240p screen. Now they got to blow it up to 1080.
Like DuckTales.
Yeah, that's a remaster.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's more of a remake.
What do they call it?
DuckTales Remastered.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like when I hear remaster, I think something like that.
It's so, because they use remaster, remake, reboot for like the same thing. Like Resident Evil 2 is not a remaster, that's a remake.
That's a remake. That's from the ground up.
Yeah.
When they're just changing the assets, that I think of as a remaster. Like DuckTales, where they change the assets, but the game is the same.
But they changed a lot more in that game than just the assets. They added voice work. They added like extra levels. They added the Scrooge McDuck's Money Pit.
You're right. That's a remake.
That's a
they should have called that a remake.
Something like Devil May Cry on the Switch. That's a remaster because that's just the same game.
I'm thinking of like Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles that they're making, where they just make the textures nicer.
That's a remaster.
That's a remaster.
Yeah.
They're remastering it. It's like when they take like the Beatles and they remaster the recording.
Exactly.
They're just polishing it up a little bit.
Exactly.
Instead of remaking it from the ground up, you know? So this is I would just consider this a collection.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider this a remaster or anything. But it is, all the other stuff that we're getting is cool.
Yeah.
I will say that it does suck that we're not getting the Super Nintendo version. A lot of people would rather have the Super Nintendo version. Pretty sure Izzy is losing his damn mind in the chat right now.
Why?
Let's have a vote in the chat. Right, Genesis if you prefer the Genesis version of Aladdin, or Super Nintendo if you prefer the Super Nintendo version.
Yeah.
I also thought maybe they included the Genesis version because it sold more.
Oh yeah, definitely did.
Yeah.
But I think it's because those are all Virgin Interactive made games.
No, I think you that makes the most sense.
But speaking of Capcom and Disney, a few years ago they made the Disney Afternoon Collection, which was a collection of DuckTales, DuckTales 2, Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, Chippendales Rescue Rangers 1 and 2 from the NES, and they put that collection on Steam, PS4, and Xbox One. Currently not on Switch. And that's the perfect game for the Switch. I would absolutely buy that if it came out on the Switch.
Yeah. It's yeah.
It's
So this is just a collection.
yeah, but it's all the NES games is DuckTales 1 and 2, Chippendale Rescue Rangers 1 and 2, Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, and that Darkwing Duck game is basically Mega Man.
So we completely lost the remaster of DuckTales, right? It's off of the store. You can't buy it.
You can't buy it. Yeah.
That was as of like a week or two
Yeah.
ago. Was that ever on the Switch?
No.
No.
It was on the Wii U.
Why was that taken off?
They probably lost the licensing agreement with Disney.
Who?
Capcom.
Okay. So that is what's going on there. Does that have anything to do with why Aladdin wasn't on this?
I don't know. Because I think like Disney Afternoon is still available. You can still buy that.
And there's some Capcom games in here? No?
Those are all Capcom games.
These are all Capcom games. Okay.
That came out before the Mega Man collection.
These are just ROMs though. That was basically a remake, the DuckTales one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is like the Mega Man collection where it's all the ROMs,
Like they had to develop that
yeah.
for a while, you know? So
they took the ROMs, they like prettied it up for HD and they added a couple of features. Like the Mega Man collection.
Right. Okay. So something's up. Disney and Capcom, something's going on there.
Yeah.
I think. Anyway. Maybe they just don't want to pay them and they were like, we could just cut them out of this deal.
Maybe.
We're going to sell a lot.
Yeah.
Screw them. We don't even need the SNES version.
Yeah.
Or maybe those are coming to Switch Online. Who knows? What do the chat have to say about I'm seeing a lot of Genesis.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of Genesis.
Yeah.
I haven't it's taken me a while to even see a Super Nintendo one.
Here you go, Phil. There's only one reason the SNES version was omitted. It's trash, lol.
I only see 3 Super Nintendos so far. We got fake Izzy in the chat. Get out of here.
Shut it down. Even Reggie voted for Genesis.
Oh no, I see Super Nintendos are buried at the top. It looks, Super Nintendos. It looks like it's leaning towards Genesis. Leaning slightly towards Genesis. I gotta play both. I've played both, but I gotta sit down and I gotta determine which one.
The first time I ever played the Capcom version of Aladdin was last year's Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, and I'm playing it and I'm like, I cannot get into this. This just feels wrong. It's like a weird parkour game.
Yeah, it's a platformer.
Yeah.
Whereas in the Genesis one, you have a sword.
Yes.
And you can slash people.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo one looks a little better.
Kinda. The Genesis one though was actually made with Disney animators. Like they animated like all the run cycles and stuff. So it moves better than the Super Nintendo version.
The Super Nintendo one noticeably looks like a Super Nintendo game. All right. Oh, Izzy's writing in all caps.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. It's gonna be great. When is that
it's
out?
gonna be,
I can just scroll to the end here. Fall 2019.
Okay.
So I guess pretty soon. That was announced at the GameStop managers
yeah,
conference, which they need to stop doing.
Yeah.
Because they don't have money.
Yeah.
They used to fly every single GameStop store manager to Vegas.
Yeah.
For this conference. And there were like thousands of GameStop stores.
Yeah.
So there were thousands of managers that they would fly to Vegas every year.
Yeah.
And then start having it in Texas because they were running out of money.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is now.
I don't know either.
But that's ridiculous.
I do know that GameStop just recently got like, I don't know if they got bought out or they got investment money from a guy named Michael Burry. He was the guy. You ever see The Big Short?
Yeah.
Christian Bale's character.
Oh.
Him.
Why would he do that?
He thinks like, he basically said, I think we can save GameStop.
Can he save GameStop?
I mean, he was the one who predicted the housing crisis, so.
Does he like video games? I know he likes metal.
Yeah. I'm sure he's played Tetris at least once in his life.
I think he was a Doom guy.
Yeah. He's probably a Doom guy.
What can he do to say, like, okay, he invested the money. Now is he on the board? Can he, like, do
I think
some
so,
stuff?
yeah.
Because it needs a lot of save. They need to restructure the entire company.
Yeah, no.
Because you can't sustain it the way you're doing it now. Used games, like, I mean, now they're trying to get into the retro market. They got to lean way harder into that.
Yeah.
Buying ThinkGeek was a good idea.
Yeah.
Basically turn it into a toy store. Yeah, I don't know. They need to restructure how they make, because when they were at the peak of their success, they were there because of all the used game gouging.
Yeah.
Buying used games for nothing and then reselling them for a lot of money. You're not going to have that market anymore now that everybody's buying digital games.
Yeah.
More than half of your market is gone because everybody's buying digital.
So
stuff.
according to this, Barry's company only really purchased a 3% stake in GameStop.
That sucks.
But he stated that GameStop's balance sheet is actually in very good shape, and that sales of new disc-based consoles next year could extend GameStop's life significantly.
If they are disc-based.
They're going to be disc-based. Like, all signs point to them being disc-based.
Except for the slogan that everybody thinks the PS5 is going to be, which is all digital. Everybody thinks the PS5 slogan is going to be all digital.
I don't think they're going to.
Or some, what was it? It people are putting it on the mock-up for the PS5, that crappy looking mock-up. Let's go digital. I think there is the slogan. Something like that. Something digital.
No, I don't think they're going to be all digital.
I think that there's going to be a heavy lean into digital. Like, I think there'll be a disc drive in them.
Yeah.
But I think that they're going to heavily lean
especially
into,
if they're going to be backwards compatible with previous systems. Mm-hmm. Like, not having a disc drive in there then.
I don't know about Xbox, though. I think PlayStation will have a disc.
No, Xbox will have it.
Xbox, I don't know.
No, Xbox will definitely have a disc.
I think there's going to be two systems, and one of them is going to be all digital, and one of them is going to have a disc.
Well, for the one that's going to have a disc, they're going to need a store to sell disc-based games in.
That is true. Another good thing about GameStop is you can get games that aren't brand new. Because if you go to Best Buy or Target or any of that stuff, you can't buy a game that's like 2 years old sometimes.
Yeah.
So
also,
that sucks.
Really good if you're a collector. GameStop will have all those games, and when you go like at the start of the new generation, at the end of the old, you can get those games for very cheap.
Yes, that is also very true. Anyway, there's a lot more new games that got announced for some reason. I'm excited about this one, Will. Our Yacht Club Games, the guys who made Shovel Knight.
Yes.
Amazing game.
They announced Shovel Knight Dig.
Finally, a new Shovel Knight game.
And now this is a sequel to Shovel Knight.
Correct.
Okay.
Why don't you read the press release while I play the freaking...
We're proud to announce Shovel Knight Dig, the newest project from Yacht Club Games. As a joint development project between Nitrome and Yacht Club Games, Shovel Knight Dig has been in development for more than a year. It's got quite a ways to go still, but we wanted to give you a taste of the amazing adventure that Shovel Knight will be embarking on next. What is Shovel Knight Dig?
What is it, Will?
When Drill Knight and his dastardly digging crew blast apart Shovel Knight's peaceful campsite and steal his loot, he grabs his trusty shovel blade and starts tunneling after them. Meet new friends and foes, visit strange lands, and outfit yourself in your quest to keep the entire land from collapsing underfoot. Jump, slash, and dig your way down an ever-changing chasm of mystery in Shovel Knight Dig, an all-new Shovel Knight adventure. Bullet points. An all-new presentation featuring a new Shovel Knight story. And then it just says the exact same thing I just read about Drill Knight stealing Shovel Knight's loot.
So, did they say anywhere that it's a sequel?
It just says it's a brand new adventure.
When I saw this, I immediately thought this was Shovel Knight 2.
Yeah.
But reading that, it does not sound like Shovel Knight 2.
There's the next bullet point. The first Shovel Knight adventure in glorious high-color pixel graphics and sound. Fluid animation, scaling, rotation, and parallax create the most convincing Shovel Knight world yet. Meanwhile, it still looks like pixel art.
But it looks like 16-bit, whereas the first one was supposed to be 8-bit. The first Shovel Knight took 8-bit and stretched it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, it couldn't run on an NES at all. But it was... The pixel resolution was 8-bit.
Yeah.
This is noticeably 16-bit.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Or supposed to be on a Super Nintendo.
Next bullet point. Every adventure is different. Shovel Knight Dig levels have been meticulously crafted, then stitched together using proprietary generation techniques for infinite replayability. Jump, slash, and dig your way in all new direction. Jump, slash, and dig your way in an all new direction down. Rely on your trusty shovel drop, then dig through huge swaths of dirt with all new speed shovel mechanics. Grow in power and wealth as you descend into the depths of the earth. Emerge with untold riches to outfit Shovel Knight further, unlocking permanent items and upgrades to your adventuring equipment. New knights, new characters, and new enemies abound, but fear not! Shovel Knight Dig features Shovel Knight's signature storytelling, humor, and maybe even some familiar faces. Along with another pulse-pounding soundtrack in a new style by astonishing virtuoso Jake Kaufman. The first collaboration between Yacht Club Games and Nitrome Pixel Masters.
So, Nitrome, it looks like, used to make games like Flash games.
Yes.
Like on Miniclip. Remember Miniclip?
Yes.
Yeah. I still don't know if this is a sequel. It looks like a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
What? It's different because you are digging like straight down.
Yeah.
Like the whole digging thing was a thing in the first Shovel Knight.
Right.
Like those big blocks that you can like knock out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this whole game is based off of, those big like dirt blocks that you knock out. But it seems to be leaning more towards that. Other than that, it just looks like a freaking Shovel Knight game.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they just call it Shovel Knight 2?
Maybe, yeah, I mean,
because they're leaning into that.
Yeah,
that dig
I think they're
mechanic.
emphasizing the dig mechanic. So,
and why the biggest tell for me that it's not a Shovel Knight 2 is Nitrome. Why would they have Nitrome work on it? Why isn't Yacht Club just solely developing it?
Probably because if they want to take this game to another level, they can't do it on their own. They need all the help they can get.
But Nitrome is a Flash developer. They make games. The company makes Unity-based games, previously Flash-based, for internet browsers, while they also release games for mobile, according to the Nitrome Wikipedia.
Okay.
So, like, why?
Why not?
I mean, I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure they'll do fine. I'm not trying to knock on them, but, like, Yacht Club could have done this on their own. Why do they need Night? That's why, companies do this when they just want more from the same IP. They'll be like, oh, let's make an offshoot Shovel Knight game. We'll just give it Nitrome. You know, that's what I'm thinking. And then the company like Nitrome will try to make it as much like a mainline title as possible.
Right.
And then Yacht Club will have to be like, oh no, it's too much like a. That's why friggin' Pokemon mobile games, you can't just do turn-based battle.
Yeah.
Until Masters comes out. But the whole reason Masters exists is because they wanted to try to make it not like a regular Pokemon game. Or like Mario Kart Tour. It's like kind of a Mario Kart game, but not really. I'm confused. But it looks like a friggin' Shovel Knight 2.
Yeah.
There's no more in that article that...
No. Then it just shows the some of the artwork.
So yeah, it looks like they went 16-bit. I think we all expected like a 16-bit art style for a Shovel Knight 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still don't. Oh, Shovel Knight Dig really is a blast. Be sure to join us at PAX West to try out the new demo featuring Spore Knight's stage, the Mushroom Mines, all playable on Nintendo Switch.
There you go.
I want to go to their Twitter and see if they specifically say the word sequel. Proud to announce the Shovel Knight Dig, a whole new Shovel Knight adventure and a joint development project between
They're just saying it's a whole new adventure.
I'm going to just say it's a sequel.
Yeah. Make your life easier, not theirs.
So proud to finally show off Shovel Knight Dig, a brand new SK game.
Shovel Knight.
Oh.
Duh.
Well, it's a brand new Shovel Knight game is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm looking so hard for the word sequel.
Why does this bother you so much?
It's just... I need to know if it's a sequel, Will.
We're getting a brand new Shovel Knight game.
It's a new Shovel Knight game. It looks like a sequel. I'm just going to call it a sequel.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm harping so hard on the word sequel. But there's more stuff about Shovel Knight. King of Cards Showdown, and a physical copy for the Switch, and new Amiibos will launch in December. Yes, in December.
Nice.
We played a little bit of Showdown at PAX.
We did.
And it was good.
Yes.
I don't know. It's not worth buying on its own.
You only say that because I won all the rounds.
You won every single round.
I know.
Speaking of balancing issues in games, that game, who were you?
I was Shovel Knight.
Yeah. Friggin' OP as hell. That little down move, OP as hell.
I mean, don't be hating just because, you're doing a little poorly in the game there.
Every game in the series supports the new amiibo. Scan the figures to unlock new costumes. Cosmetic only can unlock new platforming challenges. Amiibo can unlock a fairy friend as well. More amiibo surprises to come. Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, new features. A Shovel of Hope. Third option for character pronouns. What? Co-op feats also now possible in Shovel of Hope. Wait, what is Shovel of Hope?
Shovel of Hope is what they renamed Shovel Knight.
What?
So
Treasure Trove is now Shovel of Hope?
Treasure Trove is the name of the entire game.
Oh, Shovel Knight is... Oh!
Because remember, when it first came out, it was just Shovel Knight.
I get it.
It's a Star Wars thing.
Yes!
So,
yes! Yeah. That is awesome.
Yeah.
So when Star Wars came out, it was called Star Wars, and then they were like, we want to make 1 million. So they renamed it...
A New Hope.
A New Hope.
So first it was Shovel Knight, but then they renamed it Shovel Knight, Shovel of Hope, and then Shovel Knight, Plague of Shadows, Spectre of Torment, King of Cards, and we put them all together, it's the Shovel Knight Treasure Trove.
Okay. So I guess they're calling this like a trilogy then.
There's 4 games.
A quadrilogy.
Quadrilogy. Which is not a word, apparently. It's just marketing speak. The correct technical term is a tetralogy.
Not saying that.
Yeah.
That's some math stuff, Will. Because then you think of that Shovel of Hope, and it's like, why isn't Shovel Knight Dig called something cool like that? Is it a sequel or not, Will? Anyway, Shovel of Hope, third option for pronouns, co-op feats, also now possible in Shovel of Hope. Alchemy, quick select in Plague of Shadows. Spectre mode is adding 5 new challenges. All games adding Korean and traditional simplified Chinese language options. Screen shake / flash options. King of Cards also has palettes to improve colorblind visibility for Joestus. New cheats. Get out of here with that. Complete all feats in a game to have a flag on the title screen. I have to admit, I've only ever played Shovel of Hope.
I have to admit, I've only ever played that little bit of Showdown at PAX.
Really? You never played Shovel Knight at all?
Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight's amazing.
I've heard nothing
Shovel
but
Knight,
good things.
like started the trend of 8-bit styled indie games.
Like, I'm not against it. It seems like a game that would be right up my alley. Just not something I ever got around to.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Dig, I'm sure, if it's a freaking sequel,
which it sounds like it is.
It sounds like it is. It will be great. It will be amazing. I'll have a lot of fun with it. I'm very excited about this. And that comes out, we don't know.
Talking about Dig, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about
Dig. No, we don't know.
We have no idea.
Yeah.
That not even a window?
No, probably next year.
You're right. This year they got Cyber Shadow coming out.
Yes.
So, but that's developed by a guy, and Yacht Club is just publishing it. Yacht Club's they're expanding, they're doing a lot now.
They published Azure Striker Gunvaults, and now they're doing Cyber Shadow.
Right. Whose
release date is apparently still to be determined.
Wait, you said they published Gunvault?
Azure Striker Gunvault Striker Pack.
Oh, this is the pack.
Yeah.
Okay. Because of the physical release and whatnot.
Yeah.
That was developed by Inti Creates.
Yes.
Speaking of Inti Creates, Will.
Yes, Bob.
I'll read the super chats in a second.
Okay.
Inti Creates made they made the Mega Man Zero series.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes.
And then they went on to create Azure Striker Gunvault because they were sick of not making any new. They got all these cool ideas. They couldn't put them in a Mega Man Zero.
Yeah.
Because Capcom. So they're like, screw it, we're going to make our own Mega Man Zero-like game, and they made Gunvault. But Capcom's like, screw you back, Inti Creates. We're releasing all your games on Switch.
Yes.
Or on everything, really.
Capcom announced Tuesday that it's bringing the Mega Man Zero games to modern platforms with the Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection for Switch, PS4, Windows PC, and Xbox One. The collection will be released January 21st, 2020. Included in the collection are 6 games previously released on handheld platforms between 2002 and 2007. That includes Mega Man 0, 02, 03, and 04, all originally released for the Game Boy Advance, and Mega Man ZX and ZX Advent, originally released for the Nintendo DS.
How many DS games do we have on the Switch?
That's 2.
We're getting Professor Layton, I think.
Okay.
Oh, and Phoenix Wright.
Yeah. The Phoenix Wright were originally GBA games.
Some of them are. Were there DS ones in the collection that we're getting?
I don't know. I think the original Phoenix Wright trilogy that we got in North America for the DS were originally GBA games that came out in Japan.
Ah, okay. Well, I always said they should just make DS games backwards compatible with the Switch. In my little my time where I was predicting all the stuff for the Switch, I was like 99% right, and that 1% was I was gung ho about it being backwards compatible with 3DS games.
Well, I mean, if there were digital games, there's a possibility because then you could just download it from your account onto the Switch. But of course, Nintendo going to Nintendo, and they didn't do that.
Right. I'm curious to see how the DS games will work. I mean, you just had a map on the bottom screen, so it wasn't anything crazy. But I want to see how that overlay looks. Know? Maybe they'll just get rid of the map completely. Maybe it'll be really tiny.
Maybe because the Switch has extra buttons. Maybe you hit a button and it brings it up.
True. So we're getting more Mega Man games on the Switch. Yeah. I'm very excited about it.
Looks like we're getting all the Mega Man games for the Switch.
This was leaked the day before, like when I was making my video on upcoming Switch games, and I was talking about Gunvolt Chronicles.
Yeah.
And I had a little goof where I included this. There's a cool mode that I just had on screen. It's like a versus mode where you race against each other to beat the level.
Right.
Which is really cool. I think that'd be really cool to have more 2D games include something like that.
Yeah.
I've only ever played the first Mega Man Zero.
You recently got some.
I actually just bought Mega Man Zero for the Game Boy Advance.
Okay, then.
But I've been playing it through emulators forever because it's an amazing game.
Yeah.
It's very good. And honestly, I played Gunvolt, I think, before I played Mega Man Zero. Because I was like, oh, this game's like Mega Man X. And then I played Gunvolt, and I was like, oh, wait, it's like Mega Man Zero? I remember that game. And then I got it and played it, and Mega Man Zero is awesome. So I don't know if I want this collection, though.
Why not?
Because I like playing Mega Man Zero on my little Game Boy emulator thing.
True.
You know?
But something like this, they upscale it well, like the Disney collection we were just talking about.
Right.
So they're going to upscale it well, and they'll do nice things for it.
Here's what I'll do.
What will you do?
I'll continue to play Mega Man Zero on my Pocket Go, my little Game Boy Micro looking thing.
Yes.
And then when I beat it and decide I want to play more Mega Man Zero, maybe I'll buy this.
There you go.
They also added a new feature that is weird. You can now save in the middle of a level. So there's a little thing that pops up that you can walk into and save.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it easy.
Yeah.
Easier.
Which is nice because these games are savagely hard.
Yeah, but Mega Man Zero is not as hard as a regular Mega Man game.
Here's the thing. All these little features and additions that they add to the game, they're optional. You never need to use them. They're there if you want them. If you don't want them, if you want the original experience, ignore them. And just play the game like how you would have back in the day.
That's the thing, though. These save points are in the level,
Yeah.
They're little points that are in the level. So you have to actively avoid them, you know what I mean? It's not like a feature
hold
you
on.
can turn off.
Because I just saw it. It also shows you in the trailer how they're going to do dual screen. I just missed it. Hold on.
What's the timestamp? I'll pull it up on
Hold on. Minute 14. Dual screen controls from the ZX series are back. So it looks like it shifts the screen over.
What's the timestamp?
1:14. Minute 14. So you see,
it's like
shift the
tiny.
screens over.
Yeah.
And if you keep going, I think it'll show what the.
Oh, there's different layouts you could choose from.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And then here we go.
Oh my God. Casual scenario mode is what they're calling it. Where if you die, you just don't anymore.
Yeah. With save assist. So that's in casual scenario mode.
Okay.
And
wait, save assist is in
casual scenario mode.
And save mid stage using the new save assist feature.
Yeah, that'll just appear when you need it, like you call upon it. It looks like.
I thought it was just in the middle.
No,
because Mega Man Zero has there's like a midpoint in the middle of the level.
Yeah,
and there's no save at that point. I think if you die, you get the checkpoint, but it's not like if you die completely, you start from the beginning again.
Right.
Mega Man Zero is like, in Mega Man games, you got to beat it in a certain order, or else it gets really hard.
Yeah.
You have to use the ability that the enemy is weakest to.
Yeah.
Mega Man Zero isn't like that. It's a lot more linear than that.
Okay.
So it's easier in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's anything like Gunvolt, the bosses are way easier.
Okay.
So it's not like Mega Man, the original Mega Man games, it's easier than that. But anyway, it's good that we're getting this. I'm excited that we're getting this. This is great. This leaked the other day. Now it looks like it's happening.
And it was confirmed.
Capcom is doing a good job.
Yes.
If only we can get that Super Nintendo Aladdin game.
Or not, no rush.
Capcom says the collection will offer a few modern perks, including new optional HD smoothing filters, an easier casual scenario mode, and a new save system for mid-mission saves. The Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection will also include an in-game gallery featuring more than 600 pieces of artwork and a music player featuring original and rearranged compositions. I might want to play ZX, though. I might play Mega Man Zero and then go right to ZX. That's after, of course. I got to beat Gunvolt 2, and then I got to beat Gunvolt Chronicles.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. I don't got time for all that crap. Ronald Holland says, what's Bob drinking? So it's look at how sweaty.
I know.
Dunkin' Donuts gets sweaty.
Yeah.
This is Dunkin' Donuts cold brew, which I've never had.
It's very good.
It is. You are not even a coffee person.
I drink coffee.
It's when?
For like the past 2 years. I've cut back on it.
We need people to go back in the podcast and find Will talking about how he doesn't drink coffee.
I drink mostly tea because, coffee upsets my stomach. But I drink coffee. I've dabbled in coffee. I've had my share of cold brews and ice brews and brews.
This is good, though. On my other streams, I talk about the Nitro cold brew from Starbucks, which is very good.
I think the only thing I don't get at Starbucks is their coffee.
Their Nitro cold brew, you get the sweet cream. It's very good.
I get their iced tea because I like their iced tea. Their regular tea is just Takeout tea, so who cares?
True. But yeah, Starbucks regular coffee is not good.
Yeah,
it's very not good. But I get it all the time because I'm a sucker.
Yeah.
All right, we got some stuff here. We got we got a lot.
Yeah.
That we missed. I'm sorry, everybody. Billiam31, thank you for the Twitch sub. Grand Pineapple, thank you for the Twitch sub. Demolition Man 5 with $2. World of Warcraft Classic for Switch.
That's coming back. World of Warcraft Classic.
Yeah, it came back yesterday. 2 days
ago? It came back already?
Yeah, it dropped like yesterday.
Nice.
2 days ago.
Hope it's everything you wanted. The game from like 15 years ago.
It dropped with 1 million people watching it on Twitch.
Wow.
It was the #1 category. And that was when people were waiting for it to drop.
Yeah.
So a while ago, there was like a WoW Classic server that was like a pirated version.
I think it was called Vanilla WoW.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And Blizzard shut it down and said everyone was pissed because they wanted it. And then they were asking Blizzard, well, you make one then. And Blizzard said, you think you want that, but you don't want that. And now guess what?
Yeah.
Everybody wanted it. They released their own version, and now everybody's excited about it.
I'm sure there's some differences between this and the original World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Like
this is like a catered version.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the new WoW, the current WoW, is better than classic WoW.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet it's a better game.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want your nostalgia trip, I'm sure that it's also
fun.
Yeah, put it on the Switch right now. I mean, it's very screen based. You can use a mouse and stuff. But they did it with Diablo. Why not?
Yeah.
Taylor with $5. Hey, love your content. I was wondering what your thoughts are on the Genki Covert Dock Kickstarter are. They claim they figured out the breaking issue. A lot of people have been talking to me about this.
Oh, the thing I sent you as a joke, but like I picked up Steam real fast.
The whole world sent me this thing.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in it. I don't believe them. Because they're saying part of their claim that I think is so if you don't know, it's Nintendo. The Nintendo Switch dock has this weird power issues, so third-party docks and chargers and everything have a hard time working with the Switch, and they're usually not good for your battery health.
Right.
So just don't use third-party power accessories for your Switch. The Genki dock, they claim that they fixed this issue.
Yeah.
I don't believe them, but they said that they worked with the people who make the official Switch charger.
Nintendo?
Well, whoever Nintendo used.
Okay.
So that piques my curiosity.
I feel like we're 3 years out from the Switch launch and all these initial problems. I think people are aware of the power delivery issues with the Switch, and they know now how it works, so they can like figure out ways to circumvent all the issues. We're more knowledgeable about it now than we were back when it launched.
But that's the problem, is that nobody knows what the Switch is doing when it's pulling power. Not even Nintendo.
Wasn't there like this was like months ago, like somebody like broke down the schematics of it and figured out what it was doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that guy had no idea what it was doing.
Okay.
It's the Switch draws power in such a way that it's violent.
Yeah.
Like even with its own charger, it still does weird stuff that it's not supposed to be doing, but it works despite itself. You know what I mean? It's like falling down the stairs and landing on your feet every time. That's what the Switch is doing when it's charging.
Because
itself.
I feel like we've gotten so many different, like, people still make power cables for it. People, like, we got, like, the Anker batteries. Mophie makes batteries for the Switch. Rav Power makes batteries for it. Like, we have all these different power delivery options for the Switch.
Well,
people, like, must be in a comfortable spot with it.
Here's the problem. Like, here's what I think is happening. Mm-hmm. You're probably fine with most chargers and stuff if they use the USB power delivery protocol.
Yeah.
You're probably fine with it. But the Switch will brick itself even with the official charger.
Right.
So you're never safe, is what I'm trying to say. Like there's going to be problems.
Yeah.
Your best bet is the official Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
Just in order to not confuse yourself, your best bet's the Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
Because even if the Nintendo stuff bricks it, you're covered.
Yeah.
If a third-party dock or charger bricks it, you're not covered. Nintendo's not going to replace that thing. So just use the official Nintendo stuff. That's the whole reason why back the official stuff 100%. Genki is the company at E3 where they tried to get me to take a picture with the dock. That was them.
That was them.
They tried to get me. We were talking to them. They stopped me in the middle of the hall and like made me like look at all their stuff.
Yeah.
And they tried to get me to take a picture with that. Well, the guy got me to take a picture with him, but he tried to get me to take a picture with him holding up the dock. And I said, I can't do that, man. You've seen my videos before. You know I can't freaking promote a dock I don't know anything about. And it wasn't this dock, it was their older dock.
Yeah, and this is the dock, it's got USB-C charging, a USB 3.1 accessory port, and HDMI, and it's like in a little brick.
That's
like
the new one that they're kickstarting. Yeah.
I mean, I'm interested in it because this would be nice to take with me when I travel, but I know about all the issues, so I'm very hesitant.
I'm incredibly skeptical.
Yeah.
I want to try it. and I want to test the wattage that it pulls and everything
Yeah.
compared to the old dock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested and incredibly skeptical.
Yeah.
Anyway, Izzy Ripperger with the Twitch sub, Ray Zeflin with the Twitch sub, Daniel Barber with the 2.79 loonies. Love the channel and the content. Thanks, man. Kyle Kilgore with 10 whole dollars. Evening, fellas. Extra money for you because I forgot to give some last week. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for the back
I appreciate it.
And your best friend, LKM Cherokee.
All right. Well, thoughts on Martian Manhunter 8, Flash 77, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I took notes this time. Flash 8, Martian Manhunter 8 still has, it's primarily an art book. You just read it for the art, even though the story isn't bad.
Who's doing the art?
I should know this off the top of my head. He's not like a famous guy. Riley Rossimo.
I'm gonna look him up.
Yeah. So that was good. Flash 77, I'm sure you liked it. House of X 3 felt more like a traditional X-Men story for once, but it was still very good. That series is doing a very good job. Batman Superman 1, I did not read because I don't care about the Batman Who Laughs anymore. Do not ask me to read anything starring the Batman Who Laughs. I'm over it. He's not that interesting anymore. He should die and then come back in at least 10 years when he's interesting again. Detective Comics 1010 was very good. I like how it's doing smaller scale stuff and it feels more like a side story. So that I'm really interested in. And Justice League 30 was just basically a jumping on point for the Justice Doom War that it looks like they're starting, which, okay, every time I read Justice League, I'm just like, great.
All right.
Did you find the...
No, I pulled it up. It's very cartoony.
Yeah, that's what's interesting because, like, typically superhero comics try to be, realistic and Jim Lee style. And
That's
this
like
is
a Marvel thing. He looks
Yeah.
like a Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, what's his name? Ramos? Humberto Ramos?
Humberto Ramos, yeah.
All right. Still got more stuff. There's more games
Yes.
that we're getting soon. This next one, what is it? Telltale Games is coming back alive.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Telltale Games was shut down last year, is being revived after its assets were purchased by a company called LCG Entertainment. The new company will sell some of Telltale's back catalog and will continue on new games based on few Telltale associated properties, as well as new licenses. The new Telltale is headed by Jamie Otley and Brian Waddle. Otley said that some workers from the original Telltale games will be offered freelance roles with full-time positions possible in the future. Otley has spent much of his career in mobile games most recently as the founder and CEO of Galaxy Pest Control, which is best known for licensed games based on Duck Dynasty and Power Rangers. Waddle's previous experience includes running sales and marketing for the Havoc Games engine. Neither worked at Telltale prior to its shutting down in 2018. In an interview with Polygon, Otley confirmed that the new business has back catalog rights to licensed properties, The Wolf Among Us and Batman, as well as full rights to original Telltale games such as Puzzle Agent. There are other expired licenses that we're looking at, he said. Otley said it's possible the new Telltale will pick up some stories where they left off. We're still evaluating, but we definitely want to continue some of the stories, he said, but it looks like The Walking Dead won't be coming back. That license is now owned by Skybound, which has its own plans for game releases.
That was finished, though.
Yes, after they shut down.
Right.
Telltale shut down in the middle of making the final season, and then what's his name? Robert Kirkman and Skybound were like, we'll fix this. We'll figure out what to do. Status of previous Telltale licenses such as Borderlands, Game of Thrones, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Minecraft has not been announced. When asked about Telltale's previous plans to release a game based on Stranger Things, he said that the rights reverted back to Netflix. Otley said that he bought the rights to Telltale because he believes in the future of adventure games. This is a viable business that went away due to market conditions and some scale choices Telltale's previous management made. I like games that tell stories, and I think our industry should have a company that specializes in narrative-driven games. Telltale's rights were purchased from a company that had been that had been assigned by creditors of the old company. According to Otley, negotiations began 6 months ago. It was incredibly complex, he said. The purchase price had not been announced. Publisher Athlon Games is a partner in the deal and will handle storefront operations and distribution. Financial backers include various game industry figures such as Chris Kingsley from Rebellion, Lyle Hall from Heavy Iron Studios, and Tobias Sodrin from Starbreeze. And it just keeps going on and on and on.
Who is LCG Entertainment?
I
doubt it's these guys.
No, that's a band.
But is it them though?
It might be.
Well, so who's Jamie Otley? Like I tried to look it up. I got his Moby Games listing.
He was the founder and CEO of Galaxy Pest Control.
What does that mean?
They were a company best known for mobile games based on licenses such as Duck Dynasty and Power Rangers. Like I read 2 minutes ago.
He was the executive producer on Q*bert Rebooted.
Ooh, I don't know if that game was good.
And Impossible Mission 2007. And Tonka Rescue Patrol 2003.
There you go.
And some other dumb things. Okay. So what? I don't understand.
What's hard to understand?
Why? Why did he? Who is LCG Entertainment? Jamie Otley just up and bought the rights? Like, how does this work? Why were the rights for sale to begin with?
Well, okay, so Telltale closed down. They probably, all their assets got sold to, a bank or a law firm or whatever. And then they were up for sale again. Like, I'm sure that the bank or law firm, didn't want to hold on to it.
Right.
So, Jamie Otley and Brian Waddle saw that the rights were for sale and bought them because it's kind of like what's happening with THQ.
But then you also have to assume that Warner Brothers has to be down to make more Batman games.
I'm sure they are.
Like, you can't just buy Telltale or the rights that they had to the games that they had and be like, hey, Warner Brothers, we're making another Batman.
Hold up. This is similar to what we were just talking about because the Capcom Disney games.
Right.
Disney, I don't think, can just re-release those games. They have to work with Capcom on them because they made the games in the first place.
Right.
So...
But they both have to be down.
Right. But Capcom still has some sort of rights to that game. Disney does not have full rights to them. So Telltale must have some rights to this game, to the Batman game still.
But what I'm saying is, imagine you're Jamie Otley.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, somehow I can go buy the Telltale stuff.
Yeah.
You could spend millions on these assets and potentially not be able to do anything if Warner Brothers doesn't want to do it.
That deal probably has a 10, 20 year shelf life, let's assume. So when Telltale went under, whoever, bought all the assets got everything with Telltale, including, the rights to that game. And we're still within the window for them to make that game.
But then you could just buy the Telltale rights and then make a garbage Batman game.
Yeah, that's very possible. Look, I'm not saying this is going to work, but...
This is so weird. I don't like this. First of all, Telltale already, everybody should hate Telltale for what they did to all of their developers.
Yeah.
Now some guy comes along, scoops it up off the dirt.
Are you, skeptical because... you don't know who's buying Telltale, or are you skeptical because it's Telltale?
I'm skeptical because it was already not good.
Yeah.
What was going on over there? And I didn't like any of that stuff.
Right.
And now some random person who has virtually no credits, or all the credits are shovelware.
And has nothing to do with Telltale.
It has nothing to do with Telltale. Some guy comes along and goes, all right, I'll do it.
Well, all right. You got to think of it like this. Despite themselves, the Telltale games, they did manage to make some good games. Dated in a lot of cases, very behind the times. The engine that they had was not very good.
And they refused to update it or fix it
but they did have some good games out there. In the right hands, a Telltale revival should be a very good idea because you can bring back these games that people liked. Because people like I like the Batman series. People liked The Wolf Among Us. You can do new games in the series with better engines, better gameplay mechanics. You can continue the story-based gameplay that Telltale was known for back in the day. Or you can screw it up and make everything worse than it already is. We don't know who these two guys are, so there's a very real chance that they could screw it up worse than it already is.
I didn't even look up the other guy, but this Jamie Otley seems like he's just getting licenses and turning out games.
Right.
Like that's a big moneymaker in video games is acquiring licenses for stuff and just farting games out.
I mean, you look at what happened with THQ. They went under, and then, a lot of their stuff was sold off, but then I forgot what they were called beforehand. I think it was actually, they were just Deep Silver. They bought like most of THQ stuff, and they changed their name to THQ Nordic. Mm-hmm. And then they started re-releasing all the old THQ stuff.
A lot of developers, like big developers, will have their own IP that they're working on.
Yeah.
That's their like baby. And then they'll have a backup that's a licensed, game that brings in the money.
Yeah.
So not that there's anything particularly wrong with sticking with licensed games, but it seems like these guys are just trying to make some money.
I'm sorry. THQ Nordic was originally just Nordic Games, which, who the hell are they? And then they bought THQ, and then they started to re-release a whole bunch of THQ games, like, the hell is it called? Red Faction. They're the ones doing Darksiders games now.
So was that a license? Well, no, they're doing Darksiders.
Yeah,
Darksiders wasn't like a big license.
They weren't licensed, but it's a similar situation. Well, they're doing SpongeBob.
Well, what I'm asking is...
They're doing SpongeBob.
What I'm asking is, do you think Deep Silver purchased THQ?
It's not Deep Silver, it's Nordic.
Do you think Nordic purchased THQ just for the licenses?
I mean, I'm sure that's part of it, but I'm sure they also have intention to like re-release some.
But that's what I'm saying. But then they release stuff like Darksiders, which isn't like this big like license,
right? But they re-released Darksiders 1 and 2, and then they released Darksiders 3, and now they're going back to work on SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, which I'm sure they had to talk to Nickelodeon about.
We got to the bottom of this. These two dudes. We figured it all out.
I figured it out a while ago by reading the article. I still don't understand what the hell your problem is.
The problem is these two dudes just wanted the licenses.
So
that's what it is.
Well, okay, so these two dudes were fans of Telltale Games.
No. I don't think they were.
They said, the one guy said he was.
He's a freaking liar.
How do you know this?
Because all they care about is licenses. They make these garbage license games.
Oh my God.
Q-Bird rebooted, Will. Hot Wheels. There were at least 2 Hot Wheels games in there.
Okay. All right. So back up a minute.
And Brian Waddle, according to Wikipedia, is a New Zealand-born sportscaster.
So back up a minute.
Yes.
So if these two dudes if EA bought the Telltale licenses and stuff, would that be okay? Actually, that's a bad example because it's EA.
Because they make other games. And know how to make games.
But all right, if Double Fine bought,
they know how to make games. If any publisher that makes these guys, I haven't seen them make any other good games.
Name one game that Nordic Games has made?
I don't know Nordic Games.
Before they bought THQ.
But then they took it and they kept making licenses like Darksiders.
Okay, so what's to say that these two guys won't do the same thing with Telltale?
There's nothing saying that.
Okay.
I'm just saying they have a bad history.
They don't have a history.
Yeah, they do. It's all garbage shovelware.
You got to start somewhere.
I guess you got me there, Will. I want to see what Nordic Games made now. Wikipedia, Nordic Games. No. The Nordic Games was the first international multi-sports event
that is incorrect.
Primarily on winter sports. THQ Nordic GmbH.
Yeah, that's it.
Formerly Nordic Games GmbH. Okay.
They became THQ Nordic in 2016. Keep that in mind.
List of THQ Nordic games. Painkiller. Remember that?
Yes.
Was Recurring Evil the first one?
I
No.
don't think so.
That was 2012, so no. Oh, another Painkiller.
Okay, so they made a bunch of Painkiller games.
They made a bunch of crap, it looks like.
Yeah.
It looks like they made a bunch of crap.
Whoa, look at
MX
that.
versus ATV?
Yeah, okay, there's one.
Yeah, no, they made a bunch of garbage. But they're like PC,
Garbage.
garbage PC games. Dungeon Lords. And they all look like sequels.
Yeah.
I'm skeptical. Telltale was already just in it for the money and the licenses.
Yeah.
Now we got two dudes who bought it doing the same thing.
Unless they come out and they when they re-release the games they can in it, and then they do a good job with the re-releases, and they come out with sequels that are better than what Telltale was making.
It's possible. So the article that you read,
yes,
you did read it.
Yes.
Did it also say that they were hiring these people as freelancers or?
That's I think the thing we should be more pissed off about.
Right.
Because they're saying that they're willing to hire back original Telltale staff as freelancers with the possibility of full-time employment.
That's so stupid.
Why not just hire them back as full-time? Because you're going to need full-time employees.
I know why. Because they don't care about how good the games are. They just want to fart out a license.
But imagine if you had the original Telltale people and you gave them an engine that they could use. Like they said,
Yes.
like they wanted to use Unity for the longest time, but the people above them were like, no, use the Telltale engine. It works, in quotes.
Yeah, that'd be great. But I don't trust it.
Yeah.
I don't buy this at all.
We'll see what happens.
Of course, when you buy a company like that or something that was that much in the dirt,
Yeah.
like you're doing it to turn over a profit.
Right.
You know?
Which, I mean, there's still value because, like I said, all things considered, the games they turned out were good games. So, and I mean, like, I like the Batman games. I know a lot of people like The Wolf Among Us.
I've never played a single Telltale game.
They're surprisingly very good for how bad they are.
For how poorly coded they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all story. It's all
Yeah.
about story. I just think it's two guys trying to turn over a profit. That's all I think it is.
Aren't we all just two guys just trying to turn over a profit?
We all are just two
Yeah.
guys. So that's that. I say screw them. If you're into Telltale, what are your thoughts, I guess? Anyway, that's it for the game announcements, really.
Yeah.
I just want to say a public service announcement. A couple public service announcements. One, GameStop is distributing shiny Lunala and the shiny Solgaleo for Pokemon Sun and Moon. The two guys on the cover of Sun and Moon.
Interesting.
You can go to a GameStop store and just get a shiny one of the legendaries from these games. Isn't that crazy?
That is pretty crazy.
A new distribution has been announced. Pokemon Sun, Moon, and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon between October 21st and November 10th. Players can obtain either shiny Lunala or shiny Solgaleo. It'll be level 60 with the moves Moongeist Beam. Okay, I'm not reading all these. Yeah, they're both going to be level 60. Players will need to use the Pokemon Pass app for iOS or Android to receive a code. If you enter the code in Pokemon Sun/Ultra Sun, you'll receive shiny Lunala. Yeah, you get the idea. So I guess you go into the store and you just get the code. Back in the day, like on the original DS,
Yeah.
you'd have to be in the store and use their Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It would be, you know what it was? GameStop would have DS in the store that was giving out so you'd have to go into the store and connect to that DS in order to download the
I'm
specific
surprised
Pokemon.
they're releasing shiny Pokemon for that game, for those two games. Now that we're about to get
Well, that's why.
people so they get a shiny Pokemon for Sword and Shield.
So that this is like the last ditch effort for Ultra Sun and Ultra
Right.
Moon. Like this is the end of that because we're getting a new Pokemon game in November. So
Okay.
this ends November 10th. And
Oh.
Pokemon Sword and Shield comes out November 15th.
There you go.
So this is right before that happens.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. I wonder if this will have any sort of way to get these into Pokemon Sword and Shield. Probably.
I hope those are, some of the Pokemon that get transferred over.
That's true. We don't know if they'll. I mean, I'm sure these will go into Pokemon Home. Who knows if they'll be able to get into Sword and Shield. Another service announcement. What is this? Why am I here? What? Pokemon Masters comes out tomorrow. That's what I'm trying to say. Pokemon Masters is the mobile Pokemon game that is finally turn-based. Except instead of Pokemon, I mean, you're still battling with Pokemon, but it's more about the trainers that you use. Like Brock and Misty and stuff. They have Pokemon that you... Like, it's weird. It's a turn-based Pokemon game that's for the phone.
Yeah.
That comes out tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's free to play. So, get that. You can pre-order it now for some reason. What are trainer moves in Pokemon Masters? It's easiest to think of trainer moves as boost items for your Pokemon. Each trainer in a sync pair has a more general trainer move along with a more advanced trainer move, like Misty's Catch Us If You Can speed boost. That you'll need to unlock by collecting trainer machines from your battle rewards. I don't know what any of that means. But it looks like a 3v3 like Pokemon battle.
Okay.
So it's cool. Get Pokemon Masters comes out tomorrow. You'll Thursday if you're listening to this late. Also, we finally have a hard date for Mario Kart Tour. Buckle up because Mario Kart Tour will be available on September 25th. Follow Mario Kart Tour EN for more information heading into the game's release. So pretty much a month from now, you'll be able to play Mario Kart Tour.
Hooray!
And there was a Google Play Store commercial for it.
Was there?
Google Play made a commercial for Mario Kart Tour. It's an interesting commercial. So yeah, I guess I'll be trying that out when that. But the main thing is Pokemon Masters comes out tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'm sure that will be a good game because it's actually a turn-based game. Mm-hmm. That's all I have, Will. You have anything?
Nope.
All right. See you later, guys.
All right.
We got a subscription from Random Heart. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I guess it's time for the tweet of the week.
Do we have an unboxing?
Nope.
Then tweet of the week! Tweet of the week! Tweet of the week!
I forgot to go to the post office today. I know we have a Satisfy grip.
Ooh.
They were supposed to give it to me on Monday, but it came late. So, anyway, this tweet is from 7x9x0.
Mm-hmm.
It says, guys lining up in queues to enter Azeroth, but they can't text their crush to ask her out. And ask her out is spelled like,
yeah,
like Azeroth, but it's ask her.
I get it. It's cute. It's punny.
That's a good one. I like that one. That was good. All right, now is when we talk to you guys.
Yes! As always, you can reach us on Twitter using the hashtag Wulff Den Live. If you left a comment on last week's Wulff Den Live, then this is the part of the show where we will finally answer you. And of course, ladies and gentlemen watching us right now, please start asking your questions and comments so we will get to them when we are done with everybody else.
Rockin' Val says it's out now. And I think she means Pokemon Masters. It says get in-app purchases. It has. This might just be a pre-order. Because you could
Right.
I'm going to download it and see.
Yeah, see what happens.
It looks cool. All right, it's downloading.
All right.
We'll see what happens. Hashtag Wulff Den Live, where we're talking to you people.
Yes.
Josh Just a Hair. How is the Wulff Den Spotify music playlist coming? What?
I think we've said we would make a Spotify playlist of things we like.
Oh! So, I started doing that,
yes.
And I didn't tell you. I made a playlist on YouTube that I've been... Because what I want to do is... So, a while ago, we said we would make a playlist of music that we like. And because we like a weird range of different types of music.
It's getting weirder by the day, let me tell you. As I pick my nose on camera.
So, I started a YouTube playlist.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good way to do it. I started a YouTube playlist. I'm going to make a YouTube one and a Spotify one. So people who don't have Spotify can listen to the YouTube one.
Okay.
And people who have Spotify can listen to the Spotify one. Also, there's some songs that are on YouTube that aren't on Spotify, and some songs that are on Spotify that aren't on YouTube. So,
Okay.
I added a bunch of stuff to the YouTube playlist. I'm going to show you, and then you add a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
And then I'll curate it and mix them so that it all flows into itself. Then you can have a fun little game and guess what songs Will added and what songs Bob added. And then I'll also make a Spotify one. Yeah. So if there's songs that are on Spotify but not on YouTube that you want on it, I'll add them to the Spotify one. Anyway, also I recommended checking out TWRP Mega Driver and Miracle of Sound sometime.
I've heard Miracle of Sound. He's very good.
I don't know who that is. TWRP is the band that plays with Ninja Sex Party?
I think so.
I gotta Google the acronym.
And Mega Driver sounds familiar.
Team Win Recovery Project? I don't think so. Tupperware Remix Party. That's who that is.
Okay.
They're very good. I don't know Mega Driver. Who's Miracle of Sound?
Miracle of Sound, he used to do stuff on The Escapist, but he's like basically video game music guy.
Oh.
He's very good.
Little Skeet. Sup, my hand brolos.
Get it? Like
I get it. Have you guys ever sat down and calculated how much in totaled you've spent on video games? I would never do that.
So for those of you who don't know, the reason why we have like the backlog list initially is because IGN used to have like a games catalog thing where you go to their website, you make a profile, you add all your games to it. It used to have a total, like an estimated total of like how much all your games were worth.
That's scary.
Now,
worth.
Yeah.
Not how much you spent.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's like, because we first did this in like 2000, so Super Mario Brothers on the NES was like 50 cents.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was several $1,000s.
Yeah, like that's part of why I don't want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's because like there's just if we were to sell our entire collection, it would catch a pretty penny,
You said, if you had to guess how much you think you would spend on video games and comic books, vices, respectively, with love, the skeetiest of skeets. Yeah, I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
I know it's a lot.
I'm on my phone because I ran out of storage. So I can't download Pokémon Masters.
That's the worst. They need a better way to show you how to delete documents and data.
Yes, because there's an other that is always full.
Yeah. The easiest way to do it is I have my text messages set to delete after 30 days. And
I started doing that
Just
too.
take your email off your phone.
Yeah, I don't want my emails on it. Well, wait.
The mail app.
I don't even use the mail app.
All right.
I use the Gmail app.
All right, yeah.
But is it still pulling?
No, it shouldn't.
Where is the? Did I delete the mail? I might have just straight up deleted
All right,
the mail.
there you go.
Where is it? Because that might explain.
Because they always say, like, if you have too much documents and data, delete the app that has a lot of it. But they all have, like, maybe, like, 2 megabytes of documents and data.
Yeah. It adds up. iPhone storage almost full. All right, well, anyway. Allison, the sleepy transfer student. I feel like I'm not getting much hype for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Mind you, her freaking icon is Meowth. Compared to other JRPGs like Fire Emblem Three Houses and Dragon Quest XI-S. Any tips on how to get hype for Pokemon again? I've been feeling this since X and Y. When the demo comes out, try that.
Yeah.
Because it's very good.
Dynamaxing, right? It's Dynamaxing.
Free up space on your iPhone. Buy 50 gigabytes for $1.
Oh, yeah. They want you to back up to the cloud.
Get out of my face. That was it. It said iPhone storage full. You click it. It says buy this, and then you say not now, and then that's it.
Give me your phone. Give me your phone. I locked it.
I don't have a code.
Okay.
My code is if somebody tries to steal my phone, I punch them in the face. my code.
What was I saying? Gigantamaxing Pokemon. That will change your whole opinion on the game. Once you like do that,
Or Dynamaxing.
yeah,
It seems stupid, but then you do it and you're like, well, it is awesome.
you have 2 gigs of storage left.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that should be enough to get you by.
Well, yeah, apparently I can't download Pokemon Masters.
How big is that game?
I don't know.
Do you have any music on there?
No.
Well, I don't
Look
know.
at how much other.
Yeah,
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, you got. See, that's the thing. You have all these like you have like 100 apps on here.
I have a lot of apps. I don't get rid of apps.
You really should.
But that's not other. Those are apps.
If you start deleting some apps,
Oh, it moved. Somehow apps just exploded and other got smaller.
you should seriously think about deleting apps.
I need to delete apps. I understand.
But yeah,
iMovie, you know what? I'm getting rid of iMovie.
But no, you're not wrong. They should do something about other and documents and data.
I deleted iMovie.
Yeah.
TikTok is like the 4th, 5th.
How
biggest.
often do you use TikTok?
I go through there a little bit, okay? It's like the new Vine, Will. You gotta be in the space, Will. We're influencers.
I want to influence people to not be on TikTok.
Also, the ultimate NES at the NES Punks app, fetching a pretty high megabit over here.
So it's like 800 NES games he's got a catalog.
Yeah, but it's just freaking a catalog of NES games.
King Monahai, I am watching you live at 3:50 a.m. Hashtag Wulff Den Live. Go to bed.
Nah.
Where are you watching us at 3:50 a.m.?
Stay up. I'm going to delete the Rode Recorder app. I don't know. Last time I used it. I'm gonna delete. Then I'm going to be pissed next time I go to use it.
Jordan, Super Saiyan 7. How have you guys been? Will you be playing Blair Witch this weekend? That comes out this weekend?
What? You looked that up.
All right.
So Friday the 13th came out for the Switch.
Yes.
And I wanted to stream that.
Yes.
I thought that would have been fun. It came out already.
Yeah.
They emailed me and were like, yo, do you want a code? And I was like, oh, I didn't know this. Yeah, I want a code. I would love to stream that. And they go, oh, I don't know if we have enough.
I don't understand.
They emailed me. And then they said, nah.
Oh, yeah. Blair Witch comes out August 30th.
Wow.
Yeah.
They just announced it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We'll wait and see on Blair Witch.
I think I'm trying to re-download Pokemon.
Okay.
Unicorn on LSD. says,
Nice.
What are your opinions on Nintendo Switch homebrew? I think it's stupid and don't do it.
You constantly hope for SNES, but via homebrew, N64 and PSP emulation is great.
Yeah, and then you brick your Switch.
That's the thing. Like, if it has the potential to brick your system, we're not for it.
There's 2 reasons that it could brick your Switch. One, if you homebrew it and you mess up, your Switch is bricked. You have to purposely short your Switch in order to homebrew it. So that's already, you can, not only can you software lock it, you can physically short your Switch. On top of that, if you successfully homebrew your Switch, any updates or anything can render your Switch useless when Nintendo decides to combat your homebrew situation.
Did you see that Sony released an update for the PS Vita?
Yes.
Just to squash the homebrew community.
And the DS got an update. No, the 3DS got an update.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Got a firmware update.
Look at
that. Pyro Panda 93. Do you think the Pokemon Sword and Shield trend is gonna continue and that we'll get a direct on August 31st? What is the trend?
Yeah, I don't know of any trend. I mean, we're due for another direct.
Do we get directs every August 31st?
I don't know.
I think we're gonna get a direct sometime soon.
Yeah.
I think early September. I think next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say next week. Leonardo Galindo says, "Yo, Bob, why so bitter, man? Take a chill pill. I hope that Telltale will be back in a good way. Will, as always, loved your video and scared on what Sony may do with Spidey. One last thing, Dragon Quest XI on Switch.
September 27, 2019.
Apparently you can play the demo for Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
I kind of want to.
I saw a demo for NBA 2K20 on the Switch. I downloaded it. I'm gonna see what that's all about.
You're weird.
I am
You're
very
a
weird.
person. Have you seen any of my videos? I'm very bitter.
This.
Jordan Super Saiyan, he's back. He says it'll be on Game Pass too, so basically free. I think he's talking about Blair Witch.
Yes.
Yeah, interesting. I don't have Game Pass. Stretch says, did your parents just Google generic boy names when naming y'all? No. Fun fact, Will named me.
Yes. So I Googled generic boy
Yeah.
names.
Also, any impressions on the new Satisfy grip? It is great. I don't think you've tried it.
No.
It is great, though.
Also, I'm named after my father, so.
Oh, no, wait. We have the prototype one that we tried.
Oh.
Yeah. Best part about it is the rubber inserts. So that
I did try the white one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best part about it is the rubber, so that the Switch never actually touches anything. All right. Now we're at last week Discord, or last week's Wulff Den Live.
Yes.
Which is provided to us by our lovely mods over on our Discord.
Yeah. Druid Boy 76. Nintendo itself is underwhelming these days. Switch is basically an archive for old import games. It's a glorified emulator. They need to move their ass with Metroid 4.
I've noticed, I got a lot of comments like this on my new video.
Yeah.
I talk about all the new games that are coming out. People are saying it's just all ports from other systems. It's just all old games. There's not enough first party games. It has just as much first party games as every other system.
Yeah.
Or at least they're coming out at a more consistent. There might even be more first party games on the Switch than other systems. Definitely more than Microsoft.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that there is a lot of indie games and there's a lot of ports and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd rather have more than, like, you would be saying that there's a lot of first party games if people just didn't port any games, or we didn't have any indie games, or we didn't have any retro games. If none of those things existed, you'd be like, oh my god, there's so many first party games. But we're just getting in, like, we have a lot. We're being overwhelmed with a lot. And I think that's a good problem to have.
Yeah. What was it? Polygon even ran an article last week. The Nintendo Switch is quietly stealing 2019.
I don't think it's very quiet.
Yeah.
But that's because I got my eye on it.
Yeah. Just because, like, they're releasing a lot of good games for it. So.
Pokemon logo's off center. Okay, Pokemon Masters it's off center.
Oh, wow.
Pokemon Company, DNA.
Wargamer Eric. Batman Returns is not good? Jesus Christ. Unsubbed.
You sit down, turn your phone off, and watch it for the 2 hours that it takes. You will hate yourself.
Look, I will defend Batman Returns. I will watch Batman Returns till the cows come home. I can recite you Batman Returns right now like it's scripture. That movie does not hold up the way you think it does.
I just chose the Japanese voice acting for this game.
Oh boy.
It looks like I'm able to play Pokemon Masters.
Damn, look at that.
I'm choosing my birth.
Well, while you do that, Randomosity 1. Damn it, I missed this because I got called into work, went to add your friend code, and they were like, yo, we need you to work. I'm like, dang it.
Dang it. That's when the Pokemon trainer dies in Smash Brothers. Dang it.
Well, I mean, that just goes to show you, when they ask you to come into work, don't.
Yeah, it's your problem. It's your fault. You should have taken the loss there.
Sean Fineran, you can get Speed Racer on Blu-ray at Best Buy for $10. I think it's a general level that people kind of actually get what it was going for now, when regular reviewers didn't at the time. But it's stellar. One of my favorite movies.
So you're saying Speed Racer was before its time?
Yeah.
I want to see it.
I mean, I'm fascinated by the fact that, there is such a turnaround on it. Because I remember, like, seeing it. I didn't see the whole thing. I saw a little bit of it a while ago. And I'm just like, this looks like nonsense.
It's weird looking.
Yeah, it's very weird looking. And even without seeing it, I get what they're trying to do. They were literally trying to make a live action anime.
Yeah.
I don't know if they pulled that off.
We've had a lot of trash live action animes.
Yeah, I think
after that.
I think Alita. And
Alita was all right.
Yeah.
Alita was pretty all right.
I mean,
I don't want to say it was great.
Other than that, like, the best live action animes are like Blade Runner and The Matrix, which are not based on animes.
There was another movie where I left and I was like, that was a live action anime.
Yeah.
No, it was live action. I said that was a live action manga. What the hell was it?
I don't know.
I don't know, but this is where I'm at in the Pokemon Masters.
Oh, yeah, you got to pick the stairs.
I gotta pick what in this picture is stairs.
Okay. Well, while you do that, Helvete Over. Blasphemous is the only indie game that has my attention this year. What is Blasphemous?
I've heard of it. Oh, it's the Dark Souls 2D Dark Souls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm interested to try that out. The Rotten Apple PK says Spider-Man will have to be a reboot. Sony can't use anything from the MCU. That's why MJ was not a redhead, white girl, and Aunt May was younger. Sony has the right to comic looks and characters for movies.
Nothing you said is correct.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
No, Sony Spider-Man technically does not have to be a reboot. They just can't use any of the characters that had, appeared in Marvel movies. So like Happy Hogan, Iron Man, Captain America, Ant-Man, Thor. They can't use any of them because they are owned by Marvel and Disney. They were on loan for the Spider-Man films from Disney, and Marvel and Sony was allowed to use them. But Sony has the rights to, Spider-Man movies, period. So anything that appears in a Spider-Man movie that wasn't on loan from Disney, they can use. So they can use the Zendaya MJ. They can use young Aunt May.
You can't have the right to erase.
Yeah.
That's what's weird about your comment.
Yeah.
That's why
also Aunt
MJ
May
wasn't a redhead.
Aunt May is still Aunt May. Like age doesn't matter. They just, picked a younger person to play her now than, compared to the way it was. So
and yet that's why we're getting like Mobius and Venom movies and stuff like that, because they're in the Spider-Man universe. Mm-hmm. So they have the right to use anything that's within the Spider-Man. Anything that first appeared in a Spider-Man comic, I think, is the way it goes.
Technically, yes.
Because that's how it was with like Fantastic Four and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like they could use Doom because
he first appeared in Fantastic Four. Same thing with Galactus, Silver Surfer. But Black Panther first appeared in a Fantastic Four comic.
That's weird.
So, that's the thing. Like, there's all these weird little, loopholes and things like that. I think Black Panther is separate because he eventually became his own thing.
Right. And Doom never got a Doom comic.
Well, he did, but he was still closely associated with Fantastic Four.
That's where you lose me. That's where it gets weird.
Right.
All right, well, anyway, now we're in the actual chat.
Yeah.
So, talk to us. Oh, Pokemon Masters seems to work. So, you can download Pokemon Masters. I'm talking to Gary right now. Gary Oakley.
Oh, yeah.
With his,
he's not dead.
Pidgeot.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's blue.
Oh,
it's blue. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Well, first we got $2 from Bruce Patrick saying, "Hey, Bob, I like your backlog idea." Followed by another $2 from Bruce Patrick. He said, "Do a spin the wheel type of choice." He's referring to backlog.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Is that next time we do the backlog, we're going to pre-pick games and put them on a wheel.
Yeah.
And we're going to pre-pick games that the YouTube algorithm will most likely be all right with.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's probably how we'll do the next batch of the backlog episodes.
And then Dark Type with $5. You probably answered this, but are you guys picking up a Switch Lite? Bob, I know you want one.
I will be picking up 3. Because I don't know what color I want. No, you can't have one.
You're a crazy person. I don't want one. I still have my launch Switch. It's great.
You, 2 of you will get the other 2 that I don't want.
There you go.
That's how that's going to go. Yeah, the thing is that, like, with the original Switch, the neon looked way better in person than it did online.
Yeah.
And that's the same with all of their Joy-Con. So I need to actually visually see the switches.
Yeah.
I need to visually see the colors before I pick which color I want. And I was going to buy an additional one to give away anyway.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, why don't I just buy all of them? And then I could do the video on all of them, and then I can give away 2 of them in the video.
Or if you want to save money, just go to the Nintendo store, because I'm sure they'll have them out on display.
They need to have them on display before it comes out.
Right.
I have yet to pre-order them.
Right.
Because I don't know where I'm going to do it. I want to get them Thursday night at midnight. So I don't know where I would do that. The GameStop, that was my home GameStop, is not around anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I could do the other GameStop. Maybe I guess I have. I got to call them and ask them if they're going to do midnight. I don't want to go into the city. Anyway, where are we now?
We're in the chat. No more super chats. We got Sonic the Hedgehog. Will, Bob, would you rather have Master Chief or Doomslayer in Smash? This is just based on who would be more interesting and fun to play as, not based on leaks or deconfirmation.
Master Chief.
Doomslayer.
Wow.
Because I think it would just be hysterical to see Doomslayer in the game with a chainsaw.
Yeah, too much blood.
Yeah.
Too much blood going on.
Yeah.
Also, you never see Doomslayer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Master Chief is at least an iconic character.
Well, yeah, I mean, Doomslayer, you see the outfit before he puts it on in Doom 2016, and you see him in all the promotional art and stuff.
It's still not as nearly as iconic.
It's more like
Master
Gordon
Chief.
Freeman. You know what Gordon Freeman looks like, but you never actually see him in game.
Yeah. And everybody's making fun of me because it's a lot of money to buy 3 Switches.
It is.
It's my job. You know? The amount of money I spend to make videos is dumb. What are you, my mother? That's what mom says. I buy something. She's like, why you gotta spend all that money on it? It's like, I had to do a video on it.
Gotta spend money to make money.
Oh, what's the last thing I spent? Actually, you know what? I don't really spend that much. I bought a freaking controller to do a video on. $30.
There you go.
The game's Guardian, that was all alone.
Yep.
By the way, what happened to the controller giveaway, says Raziel. The winners have been picked and they've all been emailed. I think one hasn't gotten back though.
He's got it till next week.
I'm gonna have to check your emails, basically, is what I'm trying to say. If you want, I emailed you. Ryan Rumsey, I finally got a PS4 and played The Last of Us and Spider-Man per your recommendations. It's nice having the huge catalog of games still to play so late in the console's life.
Yeah, that's the great thing about buying a console after the fact. You get all the good games from the past. Also, they've worked out all the bugs and kinks, and they finally put out a system that is worth your time and money.
What are some other PS4 games that he's got to play?
You didn't like God of War all that much. I didn't play it.
It was all right.
Uncharted 4.
Yes.
It's very long, though.
I don't want to just pick newer games.
Yeah.
But they're the ones that pop in my head, like Resident Evil 2. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah. Wolfenstein, the new Wolfenstein games.
Yeah, what?
Not Youngblood, New Order, New Colossus.
Apex Legends.
Yeah.
I think is a game you got to play. Destiny, when that's free to play, you should give that a shot.
Titanfall 2. That was a damn good one.
Yeah, but Apex Legends is free.
Yeah, but Titanfall 2 is single player.
True. Titanfall 2 was amazing.
Yeah.
That was a free game.
Was
recently, wasn't it?
I don't think so.
Did we freak out about it?
No.
I'm pretty sure it was free and we freaked out about it. On Games with Gold.
Let me look.
Plus. Well, while you look that up, Xavier Mayer says, first time catching you live. I've really enjoyed your podcast this month. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I did a little thing last week, Will. I quietly tested something.
What did you do?
And I'm going to do it again this
What
week.
did you do?
And I'm not asking for feedback, so don't give me any.
Titanfall was not a free game on any system.
Titanfall 2?
Correct.
This is why I have Will, because I will just lie to you.
Yes.
I quietly tested something on last week's podcast, Will.
What did you do? I
enabled mid-roll ads.
Oh.
Because we've been getting more views on this.
Yes.
And I don't know if you know this, we barely make any money on these podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
So I enabled mid-roll ads. We got significantly less views last week than the week before that. I don't know if that has anything to do with mid-roll ads, so I'm going to keep testing it for a little bit and see what happens.
Okay.
We don't do mid-roll ads on any of our videos.
Yeah.
Except I started doing them if my videos are close to 20 minutes. I put one in the middle.
I've done it only once for my video on the ranking the Marvel movies, because that was half an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's long, I'll put 1.
Yeah.
But for the podcast, I think it makes sense to just put mid-roll ads because people usually just put them on in the background. An ad plays, it plays, and then I let it play. But yeah, because I think mid-roll ads suck. But, you know.
Yeah, I mean.
Everybody else has them. Yeah. They're making a lot more money than us.
Yeah.
So, gotta do what you gotta do, you know? I'll let you know how that goes, though. Jake Gamer 78, Bob, do you think that Rockstar will even make a Manhunt game? No.
I'm surprised that we got the 2 that we did.
Will ever make a Manhunt game? Yeah, I don't think they care anymore.
Yeah, I mean they might port Manhunt and Manhunt 2, but
yeah. Or maybe they'll do something like make a weird like cheap game or like a mobile game out of it or something weird. I don't think they really care about reviving that franchise.
Yeah, no.
Akator. Oh wait, Meowth says people hate ads, so maybe that's why. That's the thing, though. You won't know that there's mid-roll ads until you watch a little bit of the video, so that counts as a view. Also, people speculate that if a video can be monetized well, then YouTube will push it more.
Yeah.
So that's why it's weird that it got. That's why I got tested more.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird. Who was I going to read? Akator Nemer says Astral Chain is gonna be so good.
Already pre-ordered it.
I'm gonna get it with my voucher.
You let me know how that is.
I might stream it. Who knows?
Cube G. I have the old Switch model. It was last one my Walmart had before they got the new ones. I'm very satisfied with it. No problems.
So what now? Oh, old Switch.
He got it right before Walmart stocked the new Switches.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but he says he's got no problems with it.
You shouldn't have any problems with it. It's just that you'd have better battery life if you got the new one. You could probably return it and get the new one, but your save file, you'll have some problems there. Augusto Osorio. Hey, Bob. What would you recommend me play first? I'm in between Hollow Knight and Celeste. Both I've heard are really good games, but I don't know what to buy first. I'm going to say Celeste. Because A, I like it a lot more, and B, it's linear, so there'll be a definitive end. Mm-hmm. You know, you'll be able to get through that easier than you'll be able to get through something like Hollow Knight. So you can get through Celeste first and then move on to Hollow Knight easier, I think. I'm gonna read one more.
Okay.
And you could pick whatever you want to do. Oh, there's one for Will. Nope. Never mind. Saying the word will.
Yes, my name is also a verb.
Does that ever annoy you?
No.
You've been able to differentiate between your name
for
and
the most
word?
part, yeah. I mean, sometimes if I hear will, I'll like, huh, what? Oh.
I hear other words that sound like Bob, and then on my ears perk up.
Yeah.
Or like people will say a name really fast, and I think it's my name, but it's something. Or Babe. That's what it is. People just go, Babe, and I'm like, you talking to me? Heavy hitters. Bob, Will, what's your favorite Sega sports game, if any?
I think the only one I've ever actually played is NFL 2K for the Dreamcast, because we got it for 50 cents, and I've turned all the rules off so that they don't bother me with any of that crap. It's all right.
Was the NBA game we have Sega? That was for the Genesis?
It was EA.
I don't think I have a favorite Sega sports game. What would there be?
I don't think Sega started making sports games until like the Dreamcast, you know, the NFL, the 2K series.
I don't think I ever even played any, to be completely honest. The Basement Band, this is the last one I'm reading. Do you think Kid Icarus will ever be redone in the like Breath of the Wild or Mario Odyssey? Care? Or will the kid be left to die on the 3DS?
I don't know. Nintendo is so weird with their franchises.
It's weird because Sakurai made the 3DS one.
Yeah.
But he didn't have anything to do with the original, I don't think.
No, he didn't. I mean, we're not going to get a Breath of the Wild style Kid Icarus game.
No,
that's for damn sure.
That's too much money to dump into Kid Icarus.
If anything, we're going to get like a Metroidvania Kid Icarus game. Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
Nintendo has a lot of franchises that are just dead in the water.
Yeah.
Like Kid Icarus.
F-Zero.
Star Fox.
Earthbound.
Yeah. Yep. So Kid Icarus is not looking too good for him.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to read this because he's asked me this a couple times. Jack Pierre, Will, what do you think of the Snyder Cut? I made a video on this, and I don't have a very popular opinion. I don't think it exists.
Yeah.
And if it does exist, it doesn't exist in a way that you think it does.
Meaning it's worse.
No, that. But it's unfinished. It's missing all the special effects. There's still probably scenes that needed to be filmed that didn't get filmed before he left. The soundtrack isn't done because he had a different composer scheduled to do the soundtrack. In order to finish it, they would need to sink a lot of time and money and get Zack Snyder back to finish it. It's going to cost untold millions of dollars, and it's not going to be something they can just put on DC Universe or Netflix or wherever and just have everybody be happy. It's not an easy just release the Snyder Cut thing. And that's if it exists. And by it exists, I mean like it's done. And it's definitely not done. These people who say I've seen the Snyder Cut, like Jason Momoa and Kevin Smith, they've seen a rough draft, if anything. They've probably seen something with storyboards in it still.
I have a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
Are we talking about Batman vs. Superman? Or are we talking about Justice League?
Justice League.
Okay.
Yeah, no. They released the Snyder Cut of Justice League. It's the ultimate cut. It's a 3-hour monstrosity.
So wait, what are we talking about?
Justice League.
We're talking about Justice League.
Yeah.
And you said they released...
There's a director's cut of Batman vs. Superman. It's called the ultimate cut.
You said Justice League.
Yeah. Because when people refer to the Snyder Cut, they mean Justice League.
Right.
Because Joss Whedon directed Justice League.
Right.
Taking over from Zack Snyder.
Okay. So, okay, I've still never seen Batman, friggin' Justice League.
You're not missing much. And I'm sure the Zack Snyder version isn't it?
I watched Aquaman from the person in front of me on a plane watching it.
Oh, man, you got to like watch Aquaman.
It's long, and I don't want to do that to myself.
It's wonderful.
Thank you guys for hanging out.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for chatting with us. As always, Wulff Den Live is every single Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on youtube.com/WulffDen. If you can't make the show for any reason at all, we always put it up as an archive version on Thursday for you to watch on demand whenever you want. If you prefer to listen to us rather than watch us, you can do that as well. We're also an audio podcast on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, Google Play, and Stitcher. If you listen to us on any of those platforms, please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us on those respective stores. Also, if you just want to watch a little bit of the show or you want to send a specific segment to your buddies and you don't want to send them the whole show, be sure to check out Wulff Den Clips, where our good friend Eric Henley takes our videos and breaks them down into bite-sized chunks for your viewing and sharing pleasure.
I put Wulff Den Clips on the screen right now.
There you go.
You can go over there. It's youtube.com/Wulff Den Clips. Slap a subscribe on there. We need some watch time so we can monetize those videos.
Yeah.
Do that. Go over to twitch.tv/WulffDen. Also, I stream a lot more there. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm gonna play, but if I'm feeling it, I might wait until Astral Chain drops and give it a little tease at midnight.
There you go.
Depending on how I feel, though.
Yeah. You might not feel like
I
it.
might not feel it. But thank you guys for hanging out anyway, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye.